Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk. I am back with the Q&A, the 56 Q&A. It's been months since I've done one. Reason being is because apparently my internet has not been the greatest or something with the webcams off. But I figure I'd give this another shot now, see how it goes. Um, you'll let me know in the chat room, let me know how everything's going. So please, I encourage you. I've asked this countless times. If I start lagging, if something bad happens, let me know. Because I don't know how this is going to work out. It seemed like my wrestler or my oh, what should I call it? The full gear review. Apparently, that was all right. Even though it had some interruptions, and it looked like it was all right for the most part. So, well, 4 viewers are already watching, so that's actually quite surprising. Well, now 3 now. But it was for about almost a minute, and that's pretty impressive. Um, but yeah, because since I'm on vacation right now, um, and there's nothing really going on today on Tuesday, I figured I'd do a Q&A for you guys. Uh, just see how everything goes with this Q&A. See how it goes because I'm off this week of vacation. So while we got some few people here in the chat room, I want to talk about the New Japan show I went to. So yes, I did not watch Full Gear on Saturday, but like you said, as you're aware, I watched it last night with Brand. We did a review on that, so you can check out the review that we did last night on that show. But the New Japan show, it was the showdown in San Jose I went to. They just did the Los Angeles one, I believe, yesterday. But I went to the San Jose show live in the Civic Center, which was ironically, I actually do remember going to that building one other time. I went with Andre or DJ Fresh, who's a wrestler now. I got to meet with him. That's the night we also got to meet William Regal, got a picture with him. So that's very honorable. I'm going to hold that show dear to my heart because that was the night we got to meet William Regal. So that was always cool to get a chance to meet a wrestling legend like that. Um, with that being said, I did go to the New Japan show. I thought the show was a lot of fun. I actually got a picture with Dave Meltzer. Yes, Dave Meltzer was there watching the show. It was actually a few rows in front of me, so I got a chance to meet him. I got a meet and greet with Jay White. That's actually my new Facebook profile. Even got to hold his Intercontinental Championship, which when you get up close, it's a lot better. I mean, we see on TV, it looks cheap. I'll admit that right now. But when you actually get the whole and actually get a good look in person, it actually does look like a pretty good looking title. It's weird. I got to meet Sana. I got to meet the WGP Heavyweight Champion Okada, and I met the Junior Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay. I actually got him some Sour Patch Kids, and he loved it. I thought all of them were pretty cool, especially Jay White. Jay White, is just a chill guy. I just love him. Which actually fun fact on that show, when they were doing the meet and greets, a couple people had me. There was a girl, probably maybe like 10, 11 years old, who had a Darl cat. If you remember that, a Darl cat, the cat from LIJ. She was holding that, and if you're aware, Naito and Jay White are feuding, so they went over to ask Jay White for a picture autograph, and Jay's like, "Well, hang on, can I see that cat there?" That Darl. I was like, "Yeah, sir." He just throws it on the ground, just stomps on his head, and I started laughing. I just thought it was great. But he allowed her to hold the championship, which was very nice of her. In fact, I think he was the only one that allowed anyone to hold his championship. But Okada, we never got a chance to, not Will Ospreay, but Jay White was one to give you the belt and actually let you hold it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that was cool. And then we got kicked out because the meet and greet was over and they had to get ready for a show. We go in, they had the merchandise stand, but right next to me, on my left side, they had Lance Archer, Goto, Rocky Romero, and Ishii over signed pictures and autographs as well. So I thought, hey, why not do that? Unfortunately, I couldn't get Rocky Romero. I just didn't have enough cash for him, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to meet him. But I did get Lance Archer, which was cool. And who's actually there too, I guess just chatting with Lance Archer was a former WWE superstar, Ezekiel Jackson or Big Rick in Lucha Underground. He was there. Still looked in great shape, so it was very cool to get a chance to see him there. The show itself was fun. The crowd was electric. The crowd was hot. During the Will Ospreay main event, it was Ospreay and Okada versus Ibushi and Amazing Red. When Ospreay was in the ring doing all his flips, the traditional Will Ospreay stuff, there was a very small portion of the crowd chanting "Fuck Seth Rollins." Hey, see Will Ospreay getting wider, like, shh. I don't care what it was. That was great. I love that. Every minute of that. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so the New Japan show was a lot of fun, and I ended up going by myself because, God forbid, people actually want to go a show with me these days or invite me to a show these days. I know, ironic. Anyways, but I went to a show. I had fun. Match tonight was EC Phantasmo versus Show, I believe it was, for the Rev Pro Cruiserweight Championship. I thought that was hands down match of the night. The Show went out there, looked like after the match, he came out like a mega star with these fans. So it was fun. So the show was a lot of fun. So I'm glad I got to see the show. And I got to see Jushin Thunder Liger for the first time ever in the United States. So that's something I'm going to remember forever. And I got to meet Aaron Solo. Again, got to see him live. And you son of a bitch. Aaron Solo, if you're watching this, you're one lucky son of a bitch because you have my wife. You have Bailey. You have my wife. I'll fight you for her. Oh, yeah. I'll take you on. I'm just kidding, though. All joking aside. But anyways, so the New Japan show was a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get to some of the questions. We have a few people here right now. So let's see. We'll start off with King Cigar 94. First of all, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Second of all, do you think Sami Zayn deserves better? I personally do. Yes, Big Larry does deserve a lot better. I don't know what they're doing with him, really. I mean, they're having manager role. He deserves a lot better. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what they're doing with him. He deserves better than just being a manager role. Well, no, Farrell, Scott Gale. I hear you. Okay, so talking about that. Maximus Pride, that's, I believe, Max, who's a referee now. Hey, President. Hey, man. Jay Houston. Hey man, how you doing? Welfare number one, Scott Scale again. Do you ever watch the Andy Griffin show? No, not my thing. It's just it was just never my thing. But I think my grandpa likes that show, but never got into it. King Cigars. Sammy, when he first showed back in 2010, until he got injured, he was on fire. Yeah, he was. So then he slowly died down. Simple. I mean, he kept on losing his matches, and then people stopped giving a shit about him. It sucks because he's talented. He's a talented guy, and people are already forgetting that. I've already missed him in NXT. I mean, seriously, I've watched the old NXT stuff, and I just look back going, God, this guy's fucking great. Why is he's like in a revival position. You keep forgetting how great this guy really is. Wilford, do you think Jim Carrey's the right choice for Dart Robot? Well, first of all, I don't give a shit about that new Sonic movie. I know they did the new redesign artwork of Sonic, but I don't give a shit about the movie. And Jim Carrey, I've never been a fan of Jim Carrey, honestly. I have never been a fan of his over the top goofiness. The only movie I really liked from him was Liar Liar. I'm just being honest, so I really don't care. King Cigar, I'm a big Sami Zayn or Big Larry mark, and it's disgusting how they treat him. Yeah, I agree. Cold-heartedly agree. So we still got a few people in the chat. So I don't know if Max is on here or Maximus Pride because he said he gave a shout, but you figure he would want to ask you some questions, but I guess not. But seriously, guys, keep asking me questions. I've never been so less interested in WWE ever. I haven't watched any shows in 3 weeks. I've been listening to reviews such as JD from New York. Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Like if you listen to guys like the Lexman, he says the same thing. If you listen to the Solid Monster, same thing. It's I'm not gonna lie. I have not been. I watch it on TV, like I have in the background, but I don't even pay attention. You want to know the truth? I didn't even pay attention to SmackDown last week. I didn't. I legitimately did not pay attention to SmackDown at all last week. And then Raw, I just briefly glanced at some of the stuff, and that was it. I did not care. I really hope. I just honestly, I wish today was Wednesday. Honestly, I really wish today was Wednesday. That's what I honestly think of. I just wish today was Wednesday because Wednesdays are the best days to be a wrestling fan because you got AEW and NXT. You can't go wrong with that. But I don't blame you if it's getting hard. But I'll give them credit. I'll give them credit that Survivor Series does look very interesting this year. With the inclusion of NXT, it's keeping a little bit fresh for me. So these were Survivor Series. I'm definitely curious seeing what they do with that. But yeah, it turns out the weekly shows, yeah, I don't blame you. Next one, do you think the sub of Survivor Series is going to be repetitive with the whole triple threat sub every single match? Personally, I haven't watched in WWE like 2 months. Again, a lot of people have not watched. I do admit, I mean, when it comes to the triple threat matches, like the women's championship, mid card champions, tag team, that's fine. The one thing I really hate though is they're taking their traditional 5-on-5 and now they're adding another five, so it's like a 5 versus 5. I hate that personally. I actually genuinely do hate that personally. In my opinion, they should have scrapped those two for the men and women's, and I would just have that be a War Games match. I would literally have that be the War Games match. You get like 4 or 5 from Raw, 4 or 5 from SmackDown, 4 or 5 from NXT, and just put them in a War Games match, and then go out. That would have made a lot more sense, in my opinion. But even then, personally, Raw and SmackDown really haven't gone at each other a whole lot. Rarely have, except for Bayley and Becky Lynch on Raw. If anything, this really should have been more just WWE versus NXT. This really should have been. It should have been WWE versus NXT, in my personal opinion. But, it is what it is. Again, I'm not a fan of that conclusion. But some of the other matches, again, have interest. I mean, Bayley, Baszler, and Lynch could be a great match. You have Nakamura, Roderick Strong, AJ Styles. Letting those three go at, they could steal the show. So that they have some good matches. And it's not like every match is a three-way. You still got the WWE Championship, Lesnar, Rey Mysterio, possibly Bray Wyatt, and Daniel Bryan. So it's not like everything is going to be a triple threat. But I do know what you're saying. Having those same type of match, just slightly altered, does get repetitive. Again, it's the same thing how I feel about the War Games this year. They're doing 2 War Games matches, but personally, I would just keep to the women's. I would not do the men's at all. Just give it to the women, do something different with them, and have the main event. That's just me personally. What do you think of the Jordan Miles situation? Does anybody even care anymore? No, like legitimately, does anybody even care about this Jordan Miles shit anymore? Okay, WWE made a racist shirt. Jordan Miles stood up for himself, but then he made himself into an asshole by attacking people like Jay Lethal. In my opinion, they're both at fault for this. It's WWE's fault for freaking making the design shirt, not thinking twice about this shirt, and now they have fire in this, but also ACH's fault because he's attacking everybody. So again, when it comes to Jordan Miles, I don't give a shit anymore. Nothing really has happened. This company has come to a point where I actually hate now. Like, what the fuck are they doing? And AEW wins and losing. Oh, exactly. Well, if you count Hell Road Dog that, no, wins and losses don't matter. Wins and losses should matter. And that's the one thing that AEW immediately makes it stand out is wins and losses do matter. That they do matter. And that's what I like about it. That's one thing that's going to make AEW stand out. And a lot of people are going to say, well, AEW is the best wrestling product. Spoiler, guys like Mitch Smith, Anderson Smith, Wrestling Gurus guy, yeah, he thinks AEW is the best, which, sorry, I don't give a fuck what he thinks. He's full of shit because the company literally just started. How can you say it's the best company? It literally just started. You have to give them time. And like the audience, yeah, there's a lot of empty seats, but again, it's a new product. You have to let it grow. And with the stuff that they win lost records, that's a step up. But they got to do more creative things. They got to do things outside the box that's going to keep them their own thing. But having the win and loss things is a huge, huge difference because we've always complained about wins and losses mattering. So I'm glad they're keeping that state. Bray Wyatt winning the Universal Champion didn't mean anything. He should have won and has a fucking BS finish. Yeah, I was in that building. I was in that building, and I'll tell you that was still the worst wrestling experience I've ever had in my entire life. And if you go watch my video, you would know that. You can watch that video where I talk about it. I didn't even do a review because I couldn't review it. I legit couldn't even review that pay-per-view because the pay-per-view itself was solid. It actually wasn't that bad. And all it took was that ending and ruined everything. I couldn't review it. If I reviewed the pay-per-view, it wouldn't be fair. It would not be a fair review. Plus, being in the building, live experience, and all the other bullshit I had to deal with, just made it even worse. So, I just hope they redesign the Universal Championship. When I mean redesign, I mean give Bray Wyatt his own custom belt. I mean they completely redesign the belt because I hate that red strap. Perhaps becoming the new king looks of it. Yeah, just get rid of the stupid red line, please. Please. Oh, by the way, how is Mitch doing? I haven't talked to him in weeks, dude. Want to know the truth? He hasn't called me in a long time. But he seems, from what I've seen, he seems to be doing fine. He's just busy. He's just very busy. That's it. Yeah, he hasn't called me or hasn't texted me about a month or so. Okay, he's been busy. You know, he's told me past that he's been busy with school and his job and everything and other things. But he's doing fine for what it seems like. Overall, NWA Power, AEW, New Japan are my personal favorites. Well, I don't watch NWA, unfortunately, but I have heard good things about it. But AEW, New Japan, and NXT, I agree with you on that personally. I think NXT is still number one, New Japan number two, and number three is AEW. Harry Flynn, Flynn 14. Hey, Preston, how you doing, my man? That's good for you. So, I think that's basically everybody right now. I think I caught up. Unless I forgot a comment. So let me know, guys. So far, how am I doing? Am I doing all right so far? It's been almost 20 minutes. Just want to double check if I'm doing all right. King Cigar. Watching Sean's View entertainment drama videos with why does he's more entertaining. Sad but true. Although I'll say this. Well, you got a point there. Well, to be fair, I don't really watch Sean's View entertainment. I think that guy is a joke, but and let's be honest, YWC for most part is kind of a joke, but then again, you know. Call the cop. Call the FBI. Okay. I don't get. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, so King Cigar at least seems like he's having fun on this at least, even though I don't understand what he's meaning, but at least he's having fun. Let's see. So I am doing fine though. Right now, I am doing fine in terms of my voice and everything, and the audio. Everything seems good. I take it. Everything seems fine. Yeah, just let me know very quick if everything's fine so far. And then, like I say, keep commenting or sending me questions while you're doing that. But yeah, so I can't believe next week we're gonna have War Games Survivor Series. That's be very interesting to see. Very interesting. So let's see here. Go back here. How would you book Eric on Raw? At this point, I don't even know anymore. Like, apologize for this. Play back here. I don't even know at this point. Like, his career is done. I would just start with the whole Sandy gimmick thing and just done what they were doing on NXT. But they dropped the ball with him. Also, at this point, I just release him. I just release him because they're not doing anything with him. I think his career's dead. Like EC3, there's nothing for him to do. I say release him. He could go back to Impact or go to AEW or Japan or somewhere else. Honestly, I don't think there's any saving him. Sean Spears Ayrton is the most BS guy in the YWC. He has exposed himself. He has made very misleading videos such as CM Punk return. I recommend you check his drama out. It will make you laugh. Yeah, I believe he even had an issue with Dallas at one point. I believe they had a little feud going on, like a legit feud, hate feud on that. So, and a lot of things about Sean Spears, he's not good at all. So, yeah. And no, I think he's kind of like the Vince Russo of the YWC, or the Brad Shepard of the YWC. What was the worst WWE story you have ever seen? Oh God, I don't know about the worst. When it comes to the worst, that's a subjective theme. Yeah. I don't really have a worst, like the absolute worst storyline, but there's tons. Like there's the notorious K Vic storyline, Triple H and Kane. That's the notorious one. There's one with Mark Henry being a sex addict. That was terrible. I'm trying to think of all these terrible. There's so many bad ones. I'm probably forgetting. I'm probably just forgetting them all. Like I said, there's a lot of terrible ones. I just can't think on the top of my head. But there are some terrible ones. He did feud with those because of those trying to make fun of it. Yeah, over his friend's death. Yeah, that was Cody Brainerd, unfortunately, that passed away. So that was not a good day for any of us to have. And yeah, that's what it was. It was bad. I think Kane is the most loyal guy to the league. He's very selfless. Yeah, I don't remember him being like having ego saying I need to go over this or that. If he wants to go, if he goes over, he goes over. If he does it, he does it. Been a company guy for years. And I've heard a lot of good things about him as a guy backstage. He's just a loyal, fun guy to be around with. Rusev Lashley's story, like, don't not get me started on that. I am so ready for this feud to be done. I'm so ready. I'm not even joking. Just kill this thing off. I don't care if they just dropped it. They just dropped it randomly with 0 cents. I would take that. At least that means we have no more of that storyline. Hard. I do not. I do not want this storyline to continue. I'm fed up. Just get the Lashley and Rusev storyline. Match, get done out of the way, and we never have to come back to this because this is crap. It's painful. It's so painful. It might go down as one of the worst WWE storylines. I think, in my opinion, I think it will go down as one of the worst storylines ever. It's horrible. It's like a bad Lifetime episode, bad episode of a drama show on like Lifetime. It's terrible. Russo apparently making shitloads of money over this time. I would never agree to my girl into a storyline like this. It could be so fun. And then apparently that's why Rusev is basically defending it because he's making money off it. Now you could say, well, at least Rusev's getting TV time. Yeah. So is Shaq Gable, but look what he's doing now. Shorty G. He looks like a fucking NBA player. I'm sorry. Rusev deserves better than this. I'm not a Rusev fan or anything, but the guy deserves better. But hey, I guess money's more important than passion, I guess, to him. That's fine. Shorty G is so disrespectful. That's not even funny. The minute he changed his name to Shorty G, I went, this is the end for him. Now, when I look at him, he's a joke. I don't see him as any type of champion, not even tag, not even mid card, especially not world champion anymore. I don't see this guy as a winner. I see this guy as a jobber. And such because now all that hard work they built him up in the King of the Ring tournament was all for nothing. Yeah, that great run he had in the King of the Ring, all wasted. All for a Shorty G gimmick. That entire King of the Ring was pointless now. Like it's always been last few years, or at least last few King of the Ring since it had. Vince McMahon, he is a complete bully. Vince McMahon is loving every bit of this. This guy is a nightmare to work with. Oh, I think we can ask guys like Punk and Moxley that, and I think they would agree. And wait until Mike Kanellis one day comes up in EC3. I think they'll say the same thing. Did you hear that Rodea did not like the Moxley Omega match? Well, yeah, she's made a blank clear she doesn't like her husband working those type of matches. I mean, heck, she didn't like the match with him and Ishii at the G1. She didn't like that match. Randy Orton apparently signed a new contract. Yes, I believe he signed for 5 years, I think it was. So Randy Orton's not going anywhere, so he's going to be doubly loyal for another 5 years. Excuse me, tired. I was hoping him. I was hoping him to go AEW. No, he was never going to go AEW. He's always WWE guy. He always will be. Thoughts on MCU Phase 4? I don't remember anything about that. You have to let me know exactly what's that about. But any Marvel Studios films, I'm automatically looking forward to. Remember, did you the racist Jordan Miles shirt? Oh, that's Fafa former Fafa. Did you? Did you the racist Jordan Miles shirt? Well, I think you're missing a few words, but I think if you're asking if I saw that, yes, and yes, I've already commented on that. That's racist. It's been talked about already. Anything about Jordan Miles, I don't care about anymore. I don't. They got rid of the shirt. They redesigned it. It looks like a freaking Looney Tunes cartoony shirt. It's terrible, but at least it's not racist. Jordan Miles, I don't even care what happens to that guy anymore. Well, I'm an EC3 guy. I don't even know. Well, personally, I was never even a big fan of EC3 to begin with. Never even liked him in TNA, but I do feel bad for the guy. I mean, the guy, where is this guy? I agree. I don't know where he is. Price stuck in catering, maybe milking cows. I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea. It's like they just blatantly just Chris Benoit, and now he's just baking in the back. I don't know where this guy is. I don't think he's been in any of the 24/7 segments these past few weeks. I don't know where he's been. By the way, was Big Show one of your favorites? There was a time I was a Big Show fan years ago, but after a while, I kind of just got died down from him. So I would not say it was one of my favorites. I would say maybe 2012, early 2013. I was a big fan of his, but he became just there for me. So unfortunately, no. I liked him, but he was never really one of my all-time favorites. Uh, is NXT racist? I have no idea. But then again, it's not just NXT. You could say that about WWE as well. It's WWE's mindset was they didn't tend to make the shirt racist. It just came off racist. But again, it could go either way. If you line up on the Roman, do you still hate him? I'm still not a fan of Roman, but I don't hate him as much as I did years ago. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of Roman. I can't get into him. But in terms of like Flowbone hating on the guy, I've kind of eased back a bit on that. If you would have said that like a few years ago, I would have been like, hell no, he's the most hated guy right now. But to me, I still don't care for him, but I don't hate him as much. But if he wins the title from Bray Wyatt, if that happens, then oh yeah, then he's gonna be back on my shit list. So all it's gonna take is that. Oh, the Miz versus the Fiend for the title at Starrcade. Damn it, two Miz. Not 7 years to get a world title shot. I mean, Miz, I'm a Miz fan, but not his face. Miz has done nothing. When Miz was winning your Cup championship, people were saying, "Oh, this guy should be WWE champion." This turning face, he's done nothing. He's done nothing relevant, and now he's just a joke. Honestly, he should never be a face. He needs to be a heel. His gimmick screams heel. You can tell he has more fun being heel anyway. Sorry, Miz and Fiend does not sound like a big match, but then again, the Starrcade show, which is pretty much a joke show anyway, doesn't matter. Do you like Sammy Callahan? Oh, that's from Will Ferrell. He's there for me. I mean, I liked it better with Jeremiah Crane and Lucha Underground, but Sammy Callahan is fine for me. I mean, I don't love the guy. I don't hate him or anything. Does Cena ever want to come back and win the title? I have no idea. You have to ask John Cena that. He only turned face to be fed to Shane McMahon. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. That sucks. Do you see that Jack Swagger told Lana Russo to ask for their release? AEW could use them. Well, not just AEW, but Rusev and Lana going anywhere. They could be big in New Japan. Reinvent themselves in New Japan. They could go AEW. But think about it. But you have to understand too, there's different places they can go. They don't have to go AEW. They could go New Japan. They could go MLW. They could go Ring of Honor. They could go Impact. They could go anywhere they want. More likely they would go either AEW or New Japan. If I knew them, if they were gonna get released, they were gonna go to either AEW or New Japan. I guarantee they would go to one of those places. Miz hasn't gotten his win back from Shane. Yeah, that's why one of the reasons why that feud was terrible. I mean, he lost to Shane McMahon. He's a loser. You can't beat Shane McMahon. Are you kidding me? If you can't beat Shane McMahon, you're a loser. AEW needs a bigger roster and new talent on their way from. Well, again, we did kind of talk about this on during the review. What Brand said, they do need some more rosters, but the thing is, though, I think they have a solid roster. The problem is they need to start building them up. And like I said before, this is a new promotion. This is not something that's just been around for like 4 or 5 years and they haven't made any stars. This company literally just started TV production for 6 weeks now. They're still brand new. They have a lot of talent that could be main event players. First of all, MJF, like I said, he's already a megastar. I'm telling you that right now, he's going to be that one of the faces of the company. Darby Allin has potential. Heyman Page is going to be a star one day. I guarantee you that. I love Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. They're going to be big names. But they are bringing new talent. There's that new Warlow guy. They've done a couple pro packages for him, so he's coming in. They did sign a few extra women. And they announced that they have signed people. They just have not made their debut. They haven't come in yet. So there's a lot of guys and gals they've already signed and we have no idea about. So we just got to keep an eye out for them. But again, like I said, it's a new star company. It just started. You got to give things time. If anything, if I would honestly focus more on the women's division at this point, because the women's division, I think, needs the most help in my book. Is Shane McMahon done with the completely as the on-screen character? I don't think so. I think they're gonna find a way to keep him back on. And Penny Tyson Fury, I could give two shits. Kevin Owens hasn't done anything since he got rid of Shane. Kevin Owens should be WWE champion. Yeah, ever since being Shane, he went on Raw and he's just been helping out the Street Profits. That's it. I don't understand. He was getting over as a babyface on SmackDown. And you know what? Having Kevin Owens versus Bray Wyatt Fiend feud is refreshing. That could have been interesting, but we're not going to get that now because Kevin's on Raw. Now, granted, Rollins is not the best in terms of being a face right now because of his fucking loud mouth, his booking. So Kevin could be that next guy they promote as like that next big baby face, which he could be. But I would never let me go Raw. I would have kept them on SmackDown. At one point, this TNA just quits. They have no juice. Well, first of all, they're not TNA anymore. They're Impact. TNA died out a long time ago. This is a brand new kind of like start. They're Impact. But to be fair, they do have juice. They just got Access TV. And I personally don't watch, but I've heard a lot of positive reviews. I've heard a lot of great things about Impact. They're doing Tessa Blanchard semi-con, which is a big match. They're doing Tessa Blanchard. Whether you've seen her Impact or not, she's clearly one of the most over people in wrestling right now. People might even consider her to be the greatest women's wrestler alive today, even more than Becky Lynch. We're talking about Becky Lynch here. So I'll give Impact credit that they have revamped themselves and they're doing a lot better. This season have get more positive reaction. The game back on track. But like I said, I personally given up on it a long time ago. I can't really get into it. But like I said, for what I've seen, they seem to be doing good. So of course I gotta start all over, but hopefully I honestly hope they revamp themselves. I hope they get that audience back. I want them to succeed. And I do want to give them another chance, but I don't know. I don't know. When could Luke Harper leave? They do nothing to the guy. Well, Harper's next contract spot until WrestleMania because they tacked on 6 months to his contract. So Harper could leave around next year's Mania. Which, God forbid, I hope he does. I pray that he let him go. Just let him go. Please let him go. I am a strange feeling Sami Zayn will turn on Shinsuke Nakamura. I hope Zayn wins the IC title. Well, yeah, I think that's the plan. There are reports in that they might do a Nakamura Zayn match at WrestleMania. Now, on paper, because their Takeover Dallas match, that's also awesome. But this is the main roster, so just remember that portion of it. What is Access TV? Never heard of that, and that's a problem. Well, Access TV is the home of New Japan, and at least in the States. Of course, the New Japan stuff, not everybody has Access TV, but some people do. That's where they, usually like a week or two after New Japan tapings, that's where New Japan is. They have the women's wrestling there, and now the Impact. So it's hard to describe. It's not the most popular channel, but at least it's a television channel nonetheless that a good chunk of people have. But it's no TNT or USA or Fox like that. But yeah, well, same thing. Well, XTV also shows New Japan and women's wrestling exactly. So we'll just answer your question with that. Do you have high hopes for any of the UK wrestlers? If so, who? If you're talking about UK, I'm assuming you're talking about like the NXT UK guys, I believe. Oh man, I don't watch UK because I hate it, but because I just don't have time. It's just too much wrestling. Even I have to have my limits on things. But they have a lot of great talent there. Zaya Brookside, I'm a huge fan of hers. I got to meet her in person. She's great. I'm a big fan of Tony Storm, of course, Rhea Ripley. I'm a big fan of Jordan Devlin, who I got to meet. So Jordan Devlin's great. Walter's kicking ass. Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Pete Dunne, of course, on fire. Mark Andrews, I think, is very good. The Coffee Brothers, I think, are really good as well. I'm a big fan of the Grizzled Young Vets. Their tag team, I like them. So there's a lot of great UK guys around the world I think are great. It's just how being utilized. And right now they're on the UK brand, which is held by Triple H. So right now I'm more confident with them. And I think they should stay there. If that's what you're asking me, anyways. Why does Vince McMahon not see anything in Talent Guy or Corporate? Oh, well, apparently, if you want to know the answer, go watch Saw Monster. Apparently, Vince McMahon's reason why he's not a fan of Luke Harper is he doesn't do a good Southern accent. I'm not joking. I am not joking when I say that. Apparently, that is the reason why he will not push Luke Harper. He doesn't get Luke Harper because he can't speak a Southern accent. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that said the reason he won't push Cesaro is because he thinks he's boring. He's Swiss. I don't understand. I will always be a Sami Zayn mark, but by bet Triple H is pissed at how Vince is using Sami. But ever since with Sami Zayn, he is great what he's doing. Well, Sami's gimmick, he does it best, but that doesn't mean it's great. But yeah, I agree. When you're Triple H, you see your own kids, your own children basically graduate and they go to the main roster and they're treated like this. It's gotta be bothering because you bust your ass to build these guys up and this is what you do to them now? It's gonna be heartbreaking. Now nobody wants to see anybody go on the main roster. They consider that as the demotion. They consider that a demotion if you go to the main roster now. People want to go to NXT. They consider that a promotion now. Which is fact. Usually the XFL succeeds. That way Vince will keep away from WWE. Yes, and that's another thing too. I want the XFL to succeed, not because I'm a football fan, but because if the XFL is a success, that means Vince McMahon will have no choice, but he have to put his focus on that. Because as there's no way he's going to be on keeping track of both things, both WWE and XFL. He'd be too tired at his age. It'll kill him. He can't do that. He has to focus one or the other. And clearly, he has more focus on the XFL show. He says so. He doesn't like wrestling. He's not a wrestling fan. So honestly, this XFL is a success. He just focuses on that, and somebody else could just focus on doing. I don't care if it's Triple H. I don't care if it's Stephanie or Shane. Just somebody that's not Vince, please. Whatever happened to Noah Kid? To Noah, he's actually an announcer for a wrestling company, East Bay Pro Pacheco. So he's doing that. He's been doing a lot of announcing stuff of that, getting to know the wrestlers, stuff like that. I don't know if he's made any videos as of late. I haven't really checked his content, but I think he still does videos. But he's been announcing right now. So, but he seems to be doing good so far. He seems to be doing good, for what I've heard. Uh, oh my God, Bank of America. Oh my God. Hello. Let me get the funny ones here. But I think that's everybody right now. Are you still friends with Jose? Yeah. Yeah, we are. I'll say this. I don't think we're going to be as close as we were once years ago, but we do keep in contact with one another once in a while. We're not like best friends anymore, but we do keep in contact. We do hang out very rarely, but at times we do hang out. Yeah, I think that's everybody right now. So I'll give you guys a second to ask me some more questions. We got quite a few people here today. Like I said, it seems to be working. This Q&A, at least today, it seems to be working. So I'm going to be probably going for an hour. We actually have been going for almost an hour. I can't believe it. Do you play Pokemon? No, I do not play Pokemon. I just stick to Yu-Gi-Oh. That's about it. Unfortunately, I don't play Pokemon. I think the cards and the Pokemon themselves look cool, but I personally just don't play Pokemon. Unless they have a Pokemon Stadium, then yeah, I do like Pokemon Stadium. If you could go to NXT TV, TP, or AWT, what would you do? I love both of them. I would love to go either one. I would probably say AEW just because AEW would be more likely be able to go California because NXT's hometown is always going to be in Full Sail, which is in Winter Park, Florida, or Orlando, Florida. So I'll have to fly a plane just to go to that show. But AEW have a better chance of coming to California, stay California Bay Area. So probably AEW, unless it's a takeover. I'll say this right now: if they do an NXT takeover show in the United States, I'm going to go takeover show first, easily. But hey, if they're both on the same week, you get AEW on Wednesday, or get takeover on Saturday, I'll try to go both. I'm talking about Pokemon games. Okay, well, only Pokemon Stadium. That's the only one I actually realized. I don't play the Pokemon games. Do you like live in California? It is what it is. I mean, we do have our problems. Oh, the fires. It sucks about the fires, but it is what it is. It's my home state. It's where I met a lot of my friends, my family, and that's why I have a lot of great memories in here. So everyone will hate California. Me, it's always going to be home for me, regardless of the good, the bad times. It's always going to be home for me. Did you get 2K20? I haven't bought any video games in one. I do have 2K20, but honestly, I've rarely played it because they butchered it so bad. Just to change the attributes, the system, the sensitivity, just to change the attributes of a wrestler is super sensitive. You can't create your own show on Universe Mode. You can't create your own title. That just ruins everything in Universe Mode. And guys like Mitch don't play online with me. I can't play online for 10, but it's like there's kind of no point playing it. I can't even play Universe Mode. And don't get me started on glitches and stuff like that. But again, I barely come any glitches. But it's like if I can't do Universe Mode, it's not even fun. At least if we had GM mode, at least I can do GM mode, but I can't even do that. I can't even do that. What video game are you currently playing? Yeah, I don't really play a whole lot a lot of video games, but I would say a little bit 2K20, Fire Pro Wrestling. Again, I'm not really the biggest gamer fan. I really am not. Not really a gamer guy. Um, I'm more of a movie, TV show type of guy. So, would you be interested in a video game? Yes, yes, I would. I'd definitely be interested in any wrestling video game. Good job, President. See ya. All right. Good night, dude. All right. So I'd say we got about 50 more, or not 50, about 10 more minutes. So if you don't want to ask me anything else or comment about anything else, let me know right now. Yeah, about 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. You don't have anything else for me, then I can end the video right now. Do you all talk with Jacob and Michael Meyer? No, honestly, I've never talked to Michael in God knows how long. I've not spoken to Michael and God knows how long. And Jacob, the last time I talked to him is when I was a guest on one of the guest videos on YouTube they did, like an interview like a month or two ago. Other than that, I haven't really spoken to Jacob, and again, Michael Miner, I don't ever talk to him. Not that I don't hate him or anything, but it's just I've never talked to him. He's never contacted me, and never really contacted him. Yeah, I guess it's just everything right now with all three of us. It's just kind of been mutual, I guess you can say. It's not a hatred thing, but it's more just like a mutual respect type of thing, I guess. I don't know. Just I haven't really got a chance to talk with him in a while. So let's see here. Like I said we still got about 10 minutes. So anyway, do you have that one friend that you really don't want to be friends with anymore? Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna say names though, but I do have a few people, especially one in mind. A lot of them are very debatable, but there's one I can honestly say I would say yes instant. I'm not gonna say who that is, but there's at least one person that I wish I don't have to be friends with. Um, I think Ashley. I think it's Ashley. Definitely not Brandon. No. Brandon and I, of course, still hang out, but Ashley and I, I don't hate her. Yeah, we don't hang out as often, but we still hang out for tonight. I might talk to her for once in a while. I like Ashley. She's very nice. She I'll say this, she's made a lot of decisions which are a lot of us may not agree with, but she's allowed to do what she wants. But she's cool overall. She knows the type of person Brand and I are. She likes hanging out with us. Um, I have no issues with it. Yeah, I don't like I said, I would say Ashley and I don't always hang out, but we do talk once in a while, and we do try hanging out once in a while. But Ashley's busy with her own thing too. Um, and of course, we got Brand. We always hang out. So yeah. Are close with your sister and parents? I mean, I basically live with them, so yeah. Um, I'll say when it comes to my sister and I, we have a better relationship than we did like years ago. Regardless whether it was her fault or my fault, I'll admit we were not that close. We kind of drifted apart from each other for years, but compared to those years, we were definitely a lot closer to my parents. So it's always been the same. It's always been the same with my parents. Some days we have good days with each other. Some days we have bad days with one another. It is what it is. We have fun days with each other. Sometimes we have stressful days. It's life. Damn AEW merch. I do actually. I have an AEW shirt. I have a Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy shirt. I do have a little bit of the bubbly shirt of Jericho, and I got the Purveyor of Violence on John Moxley shirt. Um, which I don't know if that's just a John Moxley shirt or that's a AEW shirt, but I count that as an AEW shirt. So technically that's four of my shirts right there. We ever sell Godzilla hot merch? Probably not, honestly. I'm more likely not. Plus, I don't even know how to even be able to sell that merch anyway. Um, plus, I would really need to find someone that could be very creative with the shirts. And I don't know anybody. I'm no Deluxeman. I'm no Saw Monster. I'm not even anything like that. I'm not that creative for stuff. So I'm not the type of that that's going to be selling my merch. Maybe if I reach at least over 1,000 subscribers, maybe these 100,000s, maybe I'll start releasing merch. But until then, which will never happen. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen. Someone's got Reaper. Oh yeah, he's very popular. I'm a big fan of his work. I'm Facebook friends with him. I talk to him once in a while. Unfortunately, he doesn't always contact me. But again, the guy's busy. But I do like his podcast. I'm a big fan of his work. And I think he's a great guy to be around with and talk to when you get a chance to. Same thing Deluxeman. I think Deluxeman can be cool at times. I'm a big fan of his channel. So OK Fave, Connor from OK Fave, I think he's a pretty cool guy as well too. So and of course, I would put the rest of Gurus on there, but or Goldsmith Entertainment, but of course they're not on there anymore. So, what are the top three wrestling podcasts I should listen to? Talk is Jericho. I'm a big fan of Talk is Jericho. Stone Cold Podcast is returning, so I like the Stone Cold Podcast. Saw Monster, I'm a big fan of, and then the Lexman. I mean, that's technically four. But the top three I would highly recommend would definitely be Talk is Jericho, the Saw Monster. But if you're not talking like people, actual like wrestlers, but just like internet people, I would say Deluxe Man, Saw Monster, and I'll probably go OK Fabe. That's Connor's channel, OK Fabe. Those I would say would be the top three I would recommend you go check it out. What further one? Do you like Wrestling Jesus? And no, I do not like either of them. Well, actually, the second one, I don't even remember the Brad rules. I don't know what that is. But Rest of Jesus, no, I'm not a fan of. If anything, he's kind of the guys like the random crazy bros or the guys that just like to shun everything. They don't seem like bad people, but they're the type of guys that are probably huge fans of Jim Cornette, if you know what I mean. And I try to stay away from people like that. I rather listen to the people that are more open-minded, more positive about things in the wrestling community, rather than just wow shit on everything. All right, let's see. So about 5 more minutes, guys. Leroy is interested, but he's again. I don't like talking about that guy. I, I hate the fact you mentioned, but it's true. Again, this is the same guy that's hate Kevin Owens. The same guy hates Kenny Omega, Kobushi, Young Bucks. Same guy that thought Lucha Underground was the worst wrestling product right now. This same guy that's probably shitting on Lucha Underground having a heart attack every time he sees Orange Cassidy, for God's sakes. Again, he's an old school guy. He has his opinions, but I can't stand him. He just comes up as an angled man. He claims to be a wrestling fan, but he can't get in with the times. He can't adapt to change. He's too old school, and that's a problem. The wrestling business has changed, and he can't adapt to it. He's just too critical. And that's why personally, if I went anywhere, I would not go NWA just because of Jim Cornette alone, because he's there, and I would do everything in my power to stay away from him. Hates Joey Ryan, and I agree with the dick thing is ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but then again, it's fucking wrestling. Everybody's gonna have what they like and don't like. Personally, the dick flipping thing is fucking stupid. Absolutely, it is. But I'm a Joey Ryan fan. I do. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Orange Cassidy, he's basically the laziest wrestler, where all he does is like ankle kicks, and they're supposed to be so devastating. Wrestling's stupid. That's the thing. Wrestling's stupid. But everyone has their own love and different tastes in wrestling. Some people like the more technical based wrestling. Some people like the hardcore wrestling. Some people like the comedic wrestling. Some people like the more classic old school wrestling. There's nothing wrong with what you like. Yeah, the Joey Ryan thing, a lot of people like it, but there's some people out there that do not like it. That's fine. I like the Joey Ryan stuff. I think it's hilarious. Now, do I think there's some wrestling stuff I think it's flat dumb and cringy in a bad way? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. There's a lot of stuff I don't like, but wrestling's an art form. It's just art, and you have the right to like whatever you want. If you love WWE, great. If you love Impact, great. If you love AEW, great. Me, I'm trying to be more open-minded about things. What do you think of Marco Stunt? I have no problem with him. Again, he's small, but he's talented. I have no problem with him. I have no problem with him. Is he my favorite? No, but I don't have any issues with Marco Stunt. I think he's fine. He can be funny at times, but the guy's kicks by in the ring. Yeah, no issues with him. Okay, so we got a couple minutes left. I'm not going to say I know it's gooey, but it has to be somewhat real. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be realistic. Every wrestling promotion has their fair share of stupidity. New Japan's badass. It's fucking great, but Yano, who's pretty much like an Eddie Guerrero, that promotion loves to cheat. He's goofy, but he's entertaining. Wrestling doesn't have to be always serious. There's probably a wrestling promotion out there with nothing but wrestling. Yeah, personally, I like it when it's more straightforward. I'll admit that right now. I like a more straightforward wrestling, but I don't mind a little bit of comedy, a little bit of humor if it works. But again, wrestling's a subjective theme. You either like things, and there's going to be things in wrestling you like. There's going to be things you hate in wrestling. You don't like Joey Ryan stuff? I don't blame you. Again, there's people that hate technical wrestling. There's people that don't like core wrestling. There's people that don't like the guys that do flippy shit. It's normal. It's fine. Would you ever go to Japan to what? Oh yeah. My only gripe would be the flight. I would not be able to handle a 15-hour flight. I would love to go to Japan, and I would love to go, especially go to the Tokyo Dome. If I had my way, I would love. This is a way I can avoid the flight there, 15-hour flight, and just get there. I would love one day to spend the night in the Godzilla hotel room and go watch Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome. That would be something off my bucket list. I would love to do. But it's been an hour now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this off. So again, thank you so much for sending me your comments. It looked like everything was fine. It wasn't lagging or anything. So maybe I'll do another Q&A sometime this week. Because I got pretty much this entire week. I don't know when I'll do. Maybe I'll do one Thursday. Maybe Friday. Well, maybe not Thursday, because Thursday I'll be doing my Wednesday Night War. But maybe Friday or something before SmackDown or something. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, so thank you so much for sending me your comments and questions. Out of that, take care, my peeps. Have a good night. See you guys next time.